class actions. There are circumstances where it would be better to have one representative for a large group of people that are all similarly affected. For example, if you were suing a credit card company because they had added an improper charge to every single one of their 1 million accounts, and the same charge was charged to each one of those million people, then rather than having a complaint that has a million plaintiffs, I might be able to use the concept of what is called a class action. I can group all the people into a class and file an action that has the same effect as having the 1 million members. Now, there are certain requirements for a class action, depending on your jurisdiction. In the federal rules, such as in Rule 23, a class action is appropriate when it is more proper for you to have one person who can fairly represent all of the rights of another person, when there are too many people to have someone be forced to write all of those names in as plaintiffs, whether the issues that are being raised by that representative are so common and typical that one person raising them on behalf of the others is fairly easy to see, and the types of damages which are caused by the damage are so similar or identical that it makes sense to allow one person to serve as a class representative. As you can see, in the scenario where you are suing that credit card company because they overcharged 1 million people, the class is too numerous to have 1 million plaintiffs. It would be unwieldy and unfair. The issue, the questions are identical because it's the same question as to whether they improperly overcharged them. The common questions of fact, the common legal issues that are going to be faced there make a lot of sense to have it done by a class representative. And that the damages are identical in that each person was charged the same, so it makes sense to allow a class representative to perform the action of suing. So you can see how there are circumstances where a class action might be beneficial over an individual action which has many plaintiffs. As you can see, by using that kind of rule, you may be able to more expeditiously manage litigation. Now, if your issues are not the same, or if all your damages are not the same, if each person suffered completely independent damages, or there are different issues and different questions of fact as to each particular person, it may not be suitable for a class action. So you need to go through those steps in understanding whether it is proper. And then you would actually move the court, file a document, a motion, or a request to be certified as a class, to have the court say one for all and all for one. So if you understand exactly what the elements are, you will know exactly when it is appropriate to file for a class action.